All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports. We have a baseball, football doubleheader for you today. We're going to lead things off with game number 3 of the World Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Oakland A's. The series is tied at 1 game apiece. K-Doggy's in the house. Good to see you there, K-Doggy. As we're getting set for game 3 of the World Series. And then when baseball's over, we'll continue with football. We'll have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Washington Redskins. So let's head out to Oakland for game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. Here we go. There's your starting lineups. Jammin' Sports presents Game 3 of the World Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Oakland A's. Live from the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, Oakland, California. Series is tied at 1 game apiece. The A's took game 1, the Cubs took game 2. Game 3 of the World Series up next here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the first. Chief Bender, the starting pitcher for the Oakland A's tonight. Game 3, the series is tied at 1 game apiece. And the leadoff batter for the Cubbies, their first baseman, Cap Hansen. Jimmy Jam with K-Doggy in the house. Good to have K-Doggy here. Game 3 underway. Here's the pitch by Bender. In there for a strike, 0-1. Games 3, 4, and 5 are in Oakland. The 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Counts 0-2. The Cubbies are your favorite team. And now the 0-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. Cochran will throw down to first to make it official. 1 down for the Cubs here at the top of the first. Ron Santo up next. 1 out, bases empty. Santo, the third baseman. Down low, ball 1, 1-0. Well, you're from Illinois, so that makes sense that you like the Cubs. Cubs have a good following, though. And now the 1-0 pitch to Santo. Rips it foul down the line. Count evens up at 1-1 to Santo. 1 out, bases empty. Bender on the hill. And now the 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. And now the 2-1 pitch. High in the air, out to center field. Canseco goes over and makes the play for out number 2. 2 down for the Cubs. There's their starting lineup. It has not changed during the entire postseason. That has been their lineup since the playoffs began. And now the left fielder, Billy Williams, will come up with 2 outs, bases empty. And the pitch by Bender in there for a strike, 0-1. Counts at 0-1 to Billy Williams. And now the 0-1 pitch. Rips it foul. Count quickly, 0-2 to Williams. And now the 0-2 pitch by Bender. Inside, 1-2. 2 outs, bases empty. The count's 1-2 to Billy Williams. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. That'll even the count. So the Cubs are K-Doggy's favorite team. Baseball team. And now the 2-2 pitch. He went around. They'll throw down to first to make it official. At the end of a half inning, no score here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the first inning, no score. Here in Game 3, Greg Maddux on the hill for the Cubbies. Jimmy Jan with K-Doggy. My favorite baseball team are the St. Louis Cardinals. I've always liked the Cardinals. Ricky Henderson, the left fielder, will lead things off for the A's. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. The Cubs beat the Cardinals on the way to getting here. 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out on 3 pitches. Henderson goes down. One down for the A's. Shortstop Bert Campaneris up next. First pitch outside, 1-0. We're in the bottom of the first, no score. Game 3. Big swing and a miss. They'll even the count at 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Rips it foul. A lot of foul territory. The Marlins are okay, but I wasn't living in Miami when Miami got the team. I had left. It's popped up. Gabby Hartnett goes over and makes the play for out number 2. Starting lineup for the A's. The DH, Jimmy Fox, up next. 2 outs, bases empty. The Cubs went down 1-2-3, and the A's look like they're going to go down 1-2-3. Greg Maddux on the hill. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. I mean, I like the Marlins. I wish they were better. I'm happy they've won 2 World Series, but they haven't done much in a long time. And now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. I liked them better when they were the Florida Marlins. And they won 2 World Series. And now the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. 1-2 inning for the A's. At the end of one, no score. Game 3 here at Champion Sports. We go to the top of the second. Right fielder Sammy Sosa will lead things off for the Cubs. No score here in the top of the second. Game 3, the series is tied at 1 game apiece. The pitch to Sosa, outside 1-0. My favorite hockey team is the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah, I'm all over the map with my favorite teams. 1-0 pitch, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, nobody on. Sosa at the plate for the Cubbies. And now the 1-1 pitch by Bender. Inside, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Rounds it down the third base line, foul. Counts at 2-2 to Sosa. The 2-2 pitch. Outside. We got a full count at 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. Sosa goes down swinging for out number 1. Here in the top of the second. Now the shortstop, Ernie Banks, comes up. Evil Dead says the Islanders are the best. Down low, 1-0. Yep. Misty made me a waffle. I'm trying to eat while I'm calling the game. Now the 1-0 pitch to Banks. Go A's. That's right, Evil Dead. He went around. Count evens up at 1-1. Yeah, I like the Scouts. The Kansas City Scouts. That was my favorite team. On the outside corner, 1-2 to Banks. 1 out, bases empty. And now the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging for out number 2. 4 strikeouts early on for Bender. Evil Dead, when did Bender play again? Can you look that up for us, if you don't mind? I know he's an old player. I can't remember when he used to play. And now Aramis Ramirez, the DH, comes up with 2 outs, bases empty. Rips that one foul. Counts at 0-1. 2 outs for the Cubs here in the top of the second, bases empty, no score. The series is tied at 1 game apiece. Game 3 here in Oakland. Now the 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1.
1-1.
Anthony Bender. That's probably his real first name. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. We're at the Oakland Coliseum for Game 3 of the World Series. And now the 1-2 pitch. Thank you, Evil Dead. 1903 to 17. Outside 2-2. So Chief Bender, he's one of the old timers. Back when baseball was baseball. And now the 2-2 pitch. Outside 3-2. Charles was his first name. That's right. I remember reading that somewhere years ago on Chief Bender. And now the 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Ramirez at the plate for the Cubbies here in the top of the second. And now the 3-2 pitch. Right back to Bender. He'll throw to first for the out. And at the end of 1.5, no score, here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score here in Game 3. Jose Canseco, the center fielder, will lead things off for the A's. Greg Maddux on the mound. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. High in the air, out to center field. Hack Wilson running in. And makes the play for the Cubs for out number 1. So Canseco flies out to center. 1 down. My favorite NFL team, the Dolphins. I think you know that already. Jason Giambi, the first baseman, up next. 1 out, bases empty. Rips it right to Santo, who plucks it out of the air before it hits the ground. Giambi lines out to third for out number 2. And now Reggie Jackson comes up. Well, you like Tampa Bay too. Misty likes Tampa Bay. This guy, K-Doggy, his favorite team was the Bucks, just like yours. First pitch in there for a strike to Jackson. Counts 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Jackson rips it out to center. Hack Wilson going back, and it's gone. A solo shot home run for Reggie Jackson. Over the center field wall. He hit it pretty much to dead center. And the A's take a 1-0 lead here in Game 3. He got a hold of that one. You kind of knew it as soon as he hit it. Let's watch this one again. Oh, he got all of that one. That's right. Reggie. And now with 2 outs, bases empty, Eric Chavez, the second baseman. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. So the A's take a 1-0 lead here in Game 3. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Pitch. High in the air. That may drop. Williams going back. And Williams on the warning track makes the play. Reggie Jackson, a solo shot homer. And the A's lead it 1-0 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the third here in Game 3. Gabby Hartnett, the catcher, comes up for the Cubbies. Chief Bender on the mound. Outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. Got the A's wearing their white uniforms for the first time this postseason. 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. They look good, the white uniform. You know you're writing cubes, not Cubs, right? Cubs has no E in it. Go Cubes. That's funny. 2-0 pitch. Down low, 3-0. Go Squares. In there for a strike, 3-1. Go Trapezoids. 3-1 pitch. Fouls it off. They'll even the count at 3-2 to Gabby Hartnett. And now the 3-2 pitch. Rips it foul. Remains at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, bases empty. Hartnett at the plate. Now the 3-2 pitch. Ripped into left field. Henderson going back in foul territory. He couldn't get to it. It'll fall foul. So the count remains at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. It's a base hit for Hartnett. A leadoff single for the Cubs here in the top of the third inning. And now the center fielder, Hack Wilson, will come up. Nobody out, runner on first. Cubs trying to get back in the game. Big swing and a miss. Counts 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Did not go around. 1-1. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Nobody out for the Cubs. Here in the top of the third. They have a runner on first base. Nobody out. Counts 2-1 to Wilson. 2-1 pitch. Wilson out to left. Henderson goes back. See ya. A 2-run shot by Hack Wilson. And the Cubbies take a 2-1 lead here in the top of the third. There you go, K-Doggy. Your Cubs have taken the lead. Let's watch this again. Over the left field fence. And the Cubs now lead it 2-1 here in the top of the third inning. Ryan Sandberg, the second baseman, up next. In there for a strike, 0-1. Still nobody out here in the top of the third for the Cubs. They now lead it 2-1 over the A's. Now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch by Bender. Just outside, 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Big swing and miss, struck him out. One down for the Cubs. 5 strikeouts for Bender. And now the first baseman, Cap Anson, comes up with 1 out, bases empty. Mr. Handlebar Mustache. The pitch by Anson. In there for a strike, 0-1. Game 3 of the World Series. We're tied at 1 game apiece. The Cubs lead it 2-1 here in the top of the third. Anson down the line, but foul. Count goes to 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Ripped it right to Chavez. He'll throw to first for out number 2. Two down for the Cubs. And now the third baseman, Ron Santo, will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Rips it right to Campaneris, throws to first for the out. The Cubbies, however, on a 2-run home run, take a 2-1 lead over the A's here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the third inning here in Game 3 of the World Series. Cubs lead the A's 2-1. Sal Bando, the third baseman, will lead things off for Oakland. Pitch by Maddox. Outside. Count goes to 1-0. The A's got a solo shot by Jackson. And then the Cubbies got a 2-run homer by Hack Wilson. And that's where we are. The 1-0 pitch. He swung at an inside pitch. 1-1. That'll even the count. And the 1-1 pitch. Took another big cut. 1-2. We're at the Oakland Coliseum. Oakland, California. Game 3 of the World Series. The 1-2 pitch. Down low. Count goes to 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2. Game 4 will be Saturday night at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Down low, ball 4. It'll be a leadoff walk for Bando. Yes, I did. I watched them this morning. But the Nuggets are up 2-1 in that series now. Mickey Cochran, the catcher, will come up. Nobody out, runner on first. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Let's see if the A's can retake the lead. In there for a strike, 0-1. Mickey Cochran, the catcher for the Athletics. Now the 0-1 pitch. High in the air, out to Billy Williams in left field. And Williams makes the catch for out number 1. 1 down for the A's here in the bottom of the 3rd. As Cochran flies out to left. Ricky Henderson, the leadoff batter, the left fielder, comes up. 1 out, runner on first base. He popped it up to Williams out and left, and Williams will make the easy play. 2 down. Henderson flies out to left. 2 down for the A's here in the bottom of the 3rd with a runner on first base. And now the shortstop, Bert Campaneris, will come up. That's Evil Dead's favorite A. Snapped out of first. And Bando's back in time. 2 outs, runner on first. Campaneris at the plate. Down low, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. The Oakland Coliseum, Game 3 of the World Series. That's right, Bert. 2-0 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-1. We'll have football after this. It'll be the Eagles and the Redskins. 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first base, the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a base hit down the line. They may send Bando home. He's rounding third, and he's in there, safe. And we have a tie ball game. Bert Campaneris with an RBI single that scores Bando all the way from first base. And we now have a tie ball game. We'll have a football doubleheader tomorrow, Key Duggan. And now Jimmy Fox, the DH, is up. First pitch outside, ball 1. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, it'll be an NFL doubleheader. And now the 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. So the A's have tied it up here in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-0 pitch. Down low, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base. 3-0 pitch. Ripped right to Santo at third. Throws to first for the out. However, the A's tied up on Bert Campaneris' single in an RBI here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the fourth inning here in Game 3 of the World Series. Left fielder Billy Williams comes up. You're going on vacation to St. Louis tomorrow until Sunday? Well, you can watch this on your phone. Get the Twitch app. And Williams grounds out to Chavez at second for out number 1. Just download the Twitch app on your phone and you can watch us from anywhere. One down for the Cubs here at the top of the fourth. Right fielder Sammy Sosa comes up. Just outside, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, base is empty. And now the 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2-1. Cubs and A's tied at 2 here at the top of the fourth. And now the 2-1 pitch by Chief Bender. Outside, 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. It'll be a leadoff walk for the Cubs here in the top of the fourth inning. Ernie Banks, the shortstop, up next. 1 out, runner on first base for the Cubbies. Pitch is outside, 1-0. Game 4 will be Saturday night at 7 Eastern. The 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 1-1. We'll have Game 4 Saturday night, and we'll have Game 5 Sunday night. The 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Ernie Banks. Snap throw, and Sosa's back in time. Count remains at 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Inside, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first base, Sosa at first. Did he go around? No. And that'll be a walk. So now the Cubs have runners at first and second with 1 out. Banks at first, Sosa at second, and Aramis Ramirez, the DH, up next. Bender in a bit of a hole here. Down low, 1-0. You don't want to load the bases. The count's at 1-0 to Ramirez. The 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And Ramirez hits one out of the park. A 3-run shot by Aramis Ramirez. And the Cubbies retake the lead 5-2 on a 3-run homer by Ramirez. Wow. Let's watch it again. K-Doggy's happy. And the Cubs now lead at 5-2. Base is empty. 1 out. Gabby Hartnett, the catcher, comes up. A 3-run lead for the Cubs. The first pitch is outside, 1-0. Well, Evil Dead and I both thought the A's were going to win this series in 4. Or 5, excuse me. It's a strike, count goes to 1-1. I think we're going to be proven wrong here unless the A's come back. Now 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to Giambi. He touches the bag for out number 2. 2 down for the Cubs. And now the center fielder, Hack Wilson, comes up. He had a 2-run home run the last time he came up. All 5'6" of him. He went around. Strike 1, count goes to 0-1. The Cubs lead it 5-2 here in the top of the 4th. And now the 0-1 pitch. Down low, and in the strike zone. 0-2. It was knee-high strike. And now the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. However, the Cubs, off Aramis Ramirez's 3-run shot, they take a 5-2 lead here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Cubs up 5-2 here in Game 3. Jose Canseco, the center fielder, will lead things off for the A's. Maddox still on the mound. Canseco out to left field. Billy Williams will make the play for out number 1. Canseco flies out to left. And now the first baseman, Jason Giambi, comes up next. 1 out, base is empty. The Cubs up 5-2. Fouls that one off, 0-1. Well, the A's are down by 3. Now the 0-1 pitch. Giambi out to right field. Sosa gets under it for out number 2. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Now Reggie Jackson comes up. He had a home run. Back in the 2nd, a solo shot. His last at bat. 2 outs, bases empty. And Jackson out to center field. Wilson goes back and makes the play. A 1-2-3 inning for the A's. At the end of 4 complete, Cubs lead it 5-2 here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to the top of the 5th inning here in Game 3. Ryan Sandberg for the Cubs, the second baseman, will lead things off. Cubs up 5-2. And Sandberg pops it up. Bando comes in foul territory and makes the play for out number 1. So Sandberg pops out to third. 1 down for the Cubbies. Base is empty, and now Cap Hansen, the first baseman. We go to the top of the order. 0 for 2 tonight. Cubs up by 3 here in the top of the 5th. The pitch by Bender. And Hampson down the line, and it's foul. Count goes to 0-1 to Cap Hansen. Now the 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. Blackburn and Blue warming up with a bullpen for the A's. And now the 1-1 pitch. And that's hit well into right field. Jackson going back and makes the play for out number 2. 2 down for the Cubs here in the top of the 5th as Reggie makes the play. And now the third baseman, Ron Santo, with 2 outs, bases empty. Here in the top of the 5th. The pitch by Bender. Down low, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Broken bat. Pops up. Campaneris makes the play. At the end of 4.5. Cubs lead it 5-2 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading things off for the A's will be their second baseman, Eric Chavez. Maddox still on the mound. Inside pitch, 1-0. Here at the Oakland Coliseum. Game 3 of the World Series. Cubs lead it 5-2. The series is tied at 1 game apiece. Down low, ball 2 to Chavez. Count goes to 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. And Chavez fouls it off. 2-1. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and K-Doggy says, "Go Cubs, go." In their first strike. They'll even the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Pops it up. Santo comes in from third and makes the play for out number 1. Chavez pops out to third base. 1 down for the A's here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sal Bando, the third baseman. 1 out, bases empty. The pitch up high, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. In their first strike, they'll even things up at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. The pitch. He went around, strike 2. That's a good call. He went around. So now the count is 1-2 to Bando. And the 1-2 pitch. Up high, evens the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. Want to thank Misty for the waffle. It was good. Not right now. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Down the third base line. Count remains at 2-2 to Bando. Now the 2-2 pitch. Fouls that one up. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. And now the 2-2 pitch. And he fouls that off again, 2-2. I think there's a Vegas stadium in this game somewhere, minor league park. I need to find it. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. And put the A's in Vegas next season. And now the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. 2 down for the A's. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The catcher, Mickey Cochran, comes up with 2 outs, bases empty. And Cochran fouls that one off for strike 1. Counts 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases empty. And now the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Cochran will probably go for 2. And it's a leadoff double. No, it's not. It's a 2-out double for the A's. I forgot there was 2 outs. A 2-out double for Mickey Cochran down the right field line into the corner, and he gets a double out of it. And now Ricky Henderson with 2 outs and a runner on second base. And it's going to be ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. Need to block the hole. And now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on second base. Cochran at second. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. Counts at 1-2 to Ricky Henderson. And now the 1-2 pitch. And he fouls it off, remains at 1-2. Cubs lead at 5-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Here in Game 3 of the World Series. In the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be a ground ball foul down the first base line. Count remains at 1-2. Henderson back at the plate with a 1-2 count. The pitch by Maddox. Outside, 2-2. Football up next. We've got the Eagles and the Redskins after this. Now the 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Remains at 2-2. A long at bat for Ricky Henderson. 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. Now the 3-2 pitch. In the dirt. There'll be a walk. A 2-out walk. And now there's runners at first and second. And Bert Campaneris comes up for the A's with 2 outs. Campaneris can tie up the game with 1 swing of the bat right here. The pitch by Maddox. In there for a strike, 0-1. Henderson at first, Cochran at second. The count's 0-1 to Campaneris. 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch coming up to Campaneris. He swung. Strike 2. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Cubs up 5-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to score a run. Maybe. Here comes the throw home. Not even close. An RBI single for Bert Campaneris. That scores Cochran from second base. The throw home by Sosa was way off the mark. And now Jimmy Fox will come up, the DH. There's still 2 outs. And there's still runners at first and second for the A's. And the Cubs lead is now 5-3. And Ricky Henderson at second. A base hit would score him. In there for a strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike, 2 outs. The pitch to Fox. Outside 1-1. A walk would load the bases. The 1-1 pitch. Outside 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Jimmy Fox. And now the 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off, evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. The 2-2 pitch. Down low, full count. 3-2. A walk will load the bases. The 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Remains at 3-2. Maddox. The 3-2 pitch. High in the air, out to Wilson in center. And Sosa makes the play. And that'll end the inning. However, Bert Campaneris, an RBI single. And the Cubs lead is now just 5-3 here at Jammin' Sports. We have a new pitcher for the A's as we go to the top of the 6th. It'll be Paul Blackburn. The Cubs still lead at 5-3. And leading off the top of the 6th will be Billy Williams, the left fielder. Still a 2-run lead for the Cubbies. So Blackburn, his first pitch of the night. In there for a strike, 0-1. Jimmy Jan with Evil Dead and K-Doggy in the house. Acevedo and Jackson warming up in the bullpen for the A's. And now the pitch to Williams, the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and miss. Count goes to 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off down the line, down the third base line. Count remains at 0-2 to Billy Williams, the left fielder. We're in the top of the 6th of Game 3 of the World Series. Cubs lead at 5-3. The 0-2 pitch. Ripped right to Bando at third for the out. Billy Williams grounds out to third. 1 down for the Cubs here in the 6th. Sal Bando on the plate. And now Sammy Sosa, still looking for his first postseason home run. I'm surprised he's gone this far with that one. 1 out, bases empty. Outside, ball 1, count goes to 1-0.
1-0.
Blackburn on the mound for the A's. The count's 1-0 to Sosa. With 1 out, bases empty. Now the 1-0 pitch. And that's ripped right to Giambi. He'll throw it about where not in time. Blackburn was a bit slow getting over there. And Sosa is safe at first base. So now the Cubs with 1 out and a runner on first. The shortstop, Ernie Banks, will step up. And that's fouled down the first base line. K-Doggy says, go Cubs, go. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. The Cubs beat the Reds in the wild card round. And then they beat the Cardinals in the division round. And they beat the Mets in the championship round to get to the World Series. Counts up 1-2 to Ernie Banks, the last pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first base. The 1-2 pitch. Did he go around? No, 2-2. The A's got a first round bye. They beat the White Sox in the division round. And that ball's inside, 3-2. And they beat the Yankees in the championship round to get here. Full count to Banks at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. And it's a walk. A 1-out walk, and the Cubs have runners at first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. And now RMS Ramirez back in the 4th inning. Here's what Ramirez did. A 3-run shot. He can do it again right here. 1 out, runners at first and second. The pitch by Blackburn. He went around, strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a base hit into right field. Are they coming home? Here's the throw home, and they hold them at third. So nobody scores. However, bases are now loaded for the Cubs with 1 out. So 1 out, bases loaded, and the catcher, Gabby Hartnett, comes up. Sosa at third base. In their first strike, 0-1. What the A's need here is a double play to get out of the inning. Counts 0-1 to Hartnett. 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded. 1-1 pitch. And it's right to Giambi. He gets the unassisted double play. And the Cubs come up empty. They still lead it 5-3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Here in Game 3, the Cubs lead it 5-3. Center fielder Jose Canseco will lead things off for the Athletics. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Maddox still on the mound. First pitch up high, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and K-Doggy. Misty's here. Say hi, Misty. There you go. And Canseco fouls it off. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Base is empty. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2 to Jose. Now the 2-2 pitch. He swung at an outside pitch. Struck him out. 1 down for the A's. The 4th strikeout for Maddox. And now Jason Giambi will come up, the first baseman. I've been doing so many postseason games now, I don't even have the rosters in front of me. I know all the positions by heart. Giambi fouls it off down the third base line. Strike 1, count goes to 0-1. Both these lineups have pretty much stayed the same. 0-1 pitch, and Giambi fouls it off into the crowd down the first base line. The Cubs lineup has not changed since the beginning of the playoffs. They've had the same lineup throughout. And the 0-2 pitch to Giambi, and he rips it up the middle, a base hit. A 1-out single for Jason Giambi. And the A's have a runner aboard. And now the tying run will come up to the plate. Reggie Jackson will come up. The right fielder. He had a home run earlier in the game, back in the 2nd inning. He fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-1. Yep, he had a home run the second. Cubs still lead it 5-3 here in the bottom of the sixth. The count's 0-1 to Jackson. Outside, 1-1. Well, let's go down the line. NBA, yes, but it's been a while. I was back when I lived, well, actually, hold on. 1-1 pitch, outside, 2-1. The last time I went to an NBA game was when I was in the military at Edwards Air Force Base in Los Angeles. In their first strike, 2-2. I saw the Lakers and the Clippers one night. That was my last NBA game, and that was back in '93. Fouls it off, 2-2. My last NFL game was a Titans game, but that was about 8 years ago. 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count, 3-2 to Reggie Jackson. And now the 3-2 pitch. Popped it up. Ron Santo comes over. The third baseman makes the play, 2 down. Let's see. My last Major League Baseball game I went to. Trying to remember. It was probably a Cubs game in Chicago years ago. No, it was a Cardinals game. It was a Cardinals game about 9-10 years ago. Big swing and a miss, 0-1. And NHL, I've been to one Predators game, and that's it. Chavez comes up with 2 outs, runner on first, and that's fouled off. Count quickly, 0-2 to Chavez. Now, the most recent thing I've been to is a college football game. And he struck him out at the end of 6. The Cubs lead it 5-3 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Game 3 of the World Series here in Oakland, California. The Cubs and the A's. This series is tied at 1 game apiece. The Cubs lead Game 3 5-3. Hack Wilson at the plate. In their first strike, 0-1. I go to University of Tennessee games all the time. The radio station I work with gets free tickets every year. So that's the most recent Tennessee Volunteer college football game. The 0-1 pitch. And that's high in the air to Canseco in center. And that's going to drop. It'll be a leadoff single for Hack Wilson for the Cubs here in the top of the 7th. So nobody out. The Cubs have a runner on first. Second baseman Ryan Sandberg up in their first strike. 0-1. I was in the military for 11 years. I was in Desert Storm. I'm a veteran. The count's 0-1 to Sandberg. And he rips it foul. Count quickly 0-2 to Ryan Sandberg. Nobody out, runner on first base. 0-2 pitch. And he fouls it off. Count stays at 0-2. Pitch. Inside, 1-2. When I was stationed at Edwards Air Force Base, out near Los Angeles, LA is only 90 minutes away. I went to a ton of games. And he fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-2. The Raiders and the Rams were both in Los Angeles at the time. I went to several Ram games, about 5 of them. Only went to one Raider game. It was against the Cowboys. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-2. I went to a boatload of Dodger and Angel games. And I went to only one hockey game. It was the Kings, and they were playing the Ducks that night. 1-2. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. One down for the Cubs here in the top of the seventh. If you like sports, LA's the place to be with all the teams out there. And Dodger Stadium is just super nice. Cap Hansen, the first baseman, comes up in their first strike. I also went to 3 UCLA games at the Rose Bowl, and I went to 1 USC game when I was there. Counts 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, runner on first base. And now the 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2 to Hansen with 1 out, runner on first. Cubs up 5-3 here in the 7th. Now the pitch by Blackburn. And that's down the line, but foul. Down the third base line. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hansen with 1 out. 2-2 pitch. Down low, 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. And right to Bando. They're going to turn 2, and they get the no play. At the end of 6.5, the Cubs lead at 5-3 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to the Oakland Coliseum. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Sal Bando will lead things off for the A's, down 5-3. Maddox still on the hill for the Cubs. The last time I was in Illinois, it's in their first strike 0-1, was when I went to that Cubs game. And I was thinking it was like 2005, I think. It was a while back. The count's at 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, base is empty. In the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be a drop. It's going to drop for a base hit. Bando into center field. A bloop single to lead things off for the A's here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It dropped into right center field. So now the A's have a runner on first base with nobody out. And I think we've seen the last of Maddox. Let's see who comes in. Michael Fulmer will come on for the Cubs in relief. Cubs lead at 5-3 here in Game 3. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The A's trying to get back in it, down by 2. They have nobody out and a runner on first base. The catcher, Mickey Cochran, comes up. He's the tying run in their first strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. And he fouls it off down the line, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Cochran with nobody out. Runner at first base, that's Bando at first. And now the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be right to Santo. Cochran pops out to the third baseman for 1 out. And Bando remains at first base. Ricky Henderson, the left fielder, will come up with one out, runner on first. The A's, they're down by 2. Let's see if they can get back in it. The pitch, down low, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch by Fulmer. Down low, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, runner on first base. That's Bando at first. The 2-0 pitch. And Henderson, that may drop. It's going to be a base hit. And the A's now have runners at first and second with 1 out. The A's trying to rally here in the bottom of the 7th. And now the tying run's at first. And the go-ahead run is at home plate. Bert Campaneris, the shortstop, will come up with 1 out, runners at first and second. The pitch by Fulmer, outside, 1-0. A's trying to come back. Davis in the house. Good to see you, Davis. The count's out 1-0. And Campaneris, that's going to be a base hit. That's going to score a run. The throw home, way off target. Safe. Bando is safe at home. And it's now a 5-4 ball game. As Sal Bando comes home, beats the throw. And now the Cubs lead is just 1 at 5-4. Jimmy Fox, the DH, comes up. 1 out, runners on the corners. In their first strike, 0-1. The A's have runners at first and third with 1 out. A base hit will tie up the game. 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. He swung at an outside pitch. 1-2 to Jimmy Fox. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and third. Now the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be a double play as they throw to Sandberg for the out. However, the A's, they get a run off Bert Campaneris' single and an RBI. The Cubs lead is now 5-4 here at Jammin' Sports. Ron Santo, the third baseman, will lead things off for the Cubs here in the top of the 8th. Blackburn still on the mound. MLB 23, the show for the Xbox 5. Well, or the Xbox 5, the PS5, which is what I have, the Xbox 5. I'm just making stuff up now. The PS5. Hold on. 1-0 pitch. In their first strike, 1-1. When I first got it, it was 65. You can probably get it for a lot less now. You can probably find a copy for about 40. 1-1 pitch. Popped it up. 1-2. I highly recommend it. It's a great game. Do you have the PS5 or do you have the Xbox Series S?
I have 0.
Inside, 2-2. I'm sorry, what, Misty?
I have 0.
You have 0? Misty says she has the Xbox 0. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Yeah. He struck out for out number 1. And now Billy Williams will come up. Do you have the Xbox One or the Series S? Now Billy Williams, the left fielder, comes up with 1 out, bases empty. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. I've got a PS5. Oh, you have the Series S? It's probably, next pitch is a strike, 0-2. You can probably find a copy for about $40 to $45, especially online. 0-2 pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Struck him out. For out number 2. 2 down for the Cubs here in the top of the 8th. And now Sammy Sosa comes up. The right fielder. 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the 8th. It's probably on sale. Hey, CGM. Did he go around? No. Ball 1, count goes to 1-0. CGM is in the house. Yeah, you can get it for a discount now because it's several months after its release. Probably about $35-40. Sosa pops it up to Jackson in right field. For out number 2 or 3. That's the end of the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Cubs. They lead at 5-4 here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th. We have a new pitcher. Bruce Sutter comes in for the Cubbies. Jose Canseco will lead things off for the A's. Just down by 1. After your birthday? All right. So the A's just down by 1. Let's see if they can tie it up. Pitches outside, 1-0. It's been a good game. It's 5-4 in favor of the Cubs. The series is tied at 1 game apiece. A 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Canseco. Smith and Boxberger warming up in the bullpen for the Cubbies. The count's 1-1 to Canseco. 1-1 pitch. And Canseco to Banks, throws to first for the out. So Canseco grounds out to the shortstop. 1 down for the A's here in the bottom of the 8th. And now the first baseman, Jason Giambi, comes up. 1 out, bases empty. The A's are trailing by 1. Bruce Sutter on the mound. Here's the pitch. And hit him. It'll be a walk. A 1-out walk for the A's. And now Reggie Jackson comes up. He hit a home run back in the 2nd. That would be a good time for another one. 1 out, runner on first. The pitch. Inside. 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runner on first base. And now the 2-0 pitch. Oh boy, that was about armpit high. 2-1. That was a strike. Crowd didn't like it. Now the 2-1 pitch. Up high, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 pitch. And Jackson fouls it off down the first base line. Full count to Reggie at 3-2. With 1 out, runner on first base. Giambi at first. 3-2 pitch. And he fouls it off again. Remains at 3-2. Yeah, you'd have to travel pretty far there, K-Doggy. Now the 3-2. Ball 4, it's a walk. So now the A's have runners at first and second, just 1 out. Next up, Eric Chavez, the second baseman. A base hit would probably tie it up, as Chavez will step up. Just 1 out. And Chavez to Anson. They're going to get the double play. Yep, and that'll end the inning. At the end of 8 complete, the Cubs lead at 5-4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go go to the top of the 9th inning. Domingo Acevedo comes in for the A's. The Cubs lead at 5-4. The Cubs will try to get some insurance runs. Ernie Banks, the shortstop, will lead things off. Acevedo, his first pitch. Inside, ball one. Count goes to 1-0. Cubs lead by 1. The 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be to Chavez. He'll throw to first for the out. 1 down for the Cubs here in the top of the 9th. As Eric Chavez makes the play for the A's. Aramis Ramirez, he had a home run earlier in the game, a 3-run shot. 1 out, bases empty. In there for a strike, 0-1. Mole and Jackson warming up. The 0-1 pitch to Ramirez. Outside, 1-1. Don't forget we have football coming up next. The Eagles and the Redskins. 1-1 pitch. And he fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. Game 4, Saturday night at 7 o'clock Eastern time. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out for out number 2. 2 down for the Cubs here in the top of the 9th. And now the catcher, Gabby Hartnett, comes up. Two outs, bases empty. And Hartnett fouls it off, 0-1. Cubs lead it 5-4. The count's 0-1 to Hartnett. The pitch. Right to Bando. He'll throw to first for the out. All right. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Cubs up 5-4 here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to the bottom of the 9th. Lee Smith will come in to pitch for the Cubbies to try to close this one out. The A's down 5-4. They're down to their last 3 outs here. The A's need 1 to tie, 2 to win. And Sal Bando, the third baseman, will lead things off. The Cubs try to take a 2-1 lead. The pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. And the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 on 3 pitches. 1 down for the A's here in the bottom of the 9th inning. A's down to the last 2 outs. Next up, Mickey Cochran, the catcher. 1 out, bases empty. Up high, 1-0. The A's, they just need 1 to extend the game. Cubs up 5-4. The count's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. He went around? Yes, he did. 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Henderson up next. The count's 3-1 to Cochran. The 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. And the A's have a runner on first. The tying run at first. The winning run coming to the plate. Ricky Henderson. If he hits one out of here, the A's win it. One out, runner on first base. Ricky Henderson, the left fielder, comes up. Facing Lee Smith. And that's a base hit. Cochran's going to go down to third. No, he stays at second. So now the A's have runners at first and second with one out. Cochran stays at second base. It hit past Anson out into right field. And now Bert Campaneris, the shortstop, up next. One out, runners at first and second. Up high, 1-0. A walk below the bases. We're at the Oakland Coliseum, Game 3 of the World Series. We're tied at 1 game apiece. And the Cubbies lead it 5-4 here in the bottom of the ninth. One out, runners at first and second. Campaneris at the plate. Lee Smith, the 1-0 pitch. And Campaneris, that's going to be a base hit. Coming home. No, he does not come home. Bases loaded. They hold him up at third base. Bert Campaneris comes through with another single. So bases are now loaded. And Jimmy Fox comes up with one out. A base hit could score 2 runs and win it for the A's. Down low. Yeah, they should have sent him. It's Cochran, though. Cochran's the catcher. He's not that fast. Cochran's at third base. The count's up 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Popped up. He'll tag up. Wilson, here's the throw home. Safe. And the A's have tied it up here in the bottom of the ninth with a sacrifice fly by Jimmy Fox as Mickey Cochran comes home from third base. And now we have a new pitcher. Brad Boxberger comes in. That was nice. We could have extra innings now. We're in the bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. But a base hit. They have a runner at second base. And that's Henderson at second. A base hit can win the game. Jose Canseco. All it needs is a base hit, and Henderson has the speed. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. If nothing else, we're going to the 10th. But the A's can win it right here. 0-1 to Canseco. 2 outs, runners at first and second. The pitch. He went around, 0-2. Can Canseco win it, or will we go to the 10th? 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be to Sandberg for the out. At the end of 9 complete, we're tied at 5. We have extra innings here at Jammin' Sports. Hack Wilson will lead things off for the Cubbies. Here in the top of the 10th, we're tied at 5. Domingo Acevedo on the mound for the A's. In their first strike. It was, yes, you're right. It was 5-1. Fouls it off. Count quickly, 0-2 to Hack Wilson. Here in the top of the 10th inning. 0-2 pitch. Wilson pops it up. Pando goes back and makes the play for out number 1. 1 down for the Cubs here in the top of the 10th. Now Ryan Sandberg, the second baseman, comes up. 1 out, bases empty. In a tie ball game here in Game 3. Oh, how is that not a strike? Count goes to 1-0. Crowd didn't like that one. I didn't either. And now the 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch to Sandberg. Outside 3-0. Cubs and the A's tied at 5. here at the top of the 10th. 1 out, bases empty. The count's 3-0 to Sandberg. 3-0 pitch. Fouled it off, 3-1. Yes, yeah, really. That's so true. 3-1 pitch. Did he go around? No, ball 4. It'll be a 1-out walk for Sandberg. Collusion. And now Cap Hansen, the first baseman, comes up with 1 out, runner on first base. Acevedo still on the mound for the A's. Outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. We're tied at 5. 1 out. Runner on first for the Cubs. Here at the top of the 10th. The count's 1-0 to Anson. Yeah, really. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. This ump is not consistent with his strike zone at all. The 1-1 pitch. Popped up. Jackson in right field makes the play for out number 2. So Anson flies out to right. 2 down for the Cubs here in the top of the 10th. And now the third baseman, Ron Santo, will come up. 2 outs. Runner on first base. The pitch by Acevedo. Down low. Oh, man. That should have been a strike. Count goes to 1-0. That was a knee-high strike. 1-0 pitch. That same pitch. And now it's 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Swung for strike 2. Count goes to 1-2 to Ron Santo. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first base. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Santo hanging in there. The count's 2-2. And the pitch. Fouls it off. Remains at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yeah, strike 4. 2-2 pitch. He went around, struck him out. At the end of 9.5, we're tied at 5. We go to the bottom of the 10th here at Jammin' Sports. All right, Jason Giambi will lead off the 10th inning for the A's. We're tied at 5. Evil Dead says let's end it with a home run. Extra innings in game 3. Giambi fouls it off down the line. 0-1. We're at the Oakland Coliseum, game 3 of the World Series. The series is tied at 1 game apiece. And we're tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 10th. 0-1 pitch. Up high, 1-1. Let's go, Royd boy. The count's 1-1. And that it's a foul ball down the line. Down the first base line. Count goes to 1-2 to Giambi. And now the 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. They have a lot of juiced ball players, that's for sure. Canseco, a bad influence. The 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Remains at 2-2. We're in the bottom of the 10th. We're tied at 5 here in game 3. The 2-2 pitch. He swung at an inside pitch. Struck him out. 1 down. And now Reggie Jackson. He had a home run back in the 2nd inning. He can end it right here. 1 out, bases empty. here in the bottom of the 10th. In there for a strike, 0-1. Brad Boxberger on the mound for the Cubs here at the bottom of the 10th. Now the 0-1 pitch. High in the air. And it's off the wall. And Jackson's going to have himself a stand-up double. A one-out double for Jackson. That was nearly out of here. Very nearly a home run. So now the A's have a runner in scoring position with one out here in the bottom of the 10th inning. I thought for sure that one was going to go out. Up next, Eric Chavez. A base hit should win it. Up high, 1-0. We have football next as soon as this game is over. It'll be the Eagles and the Redskins. The count's 1-0 to Chavez. And now the 1-0 pitch. There goes Jackson down to third. He's safe. Reggie Jackson with a stolen base. And now the A's have a runner just 90 feet away with one out. So a sacrifice fly will win it. And that's a huge stolen base. Counts 2-0 to Chavez. 2-0 pitch. 3-0. A base hit, a sac fly will win it for the A's. That counts 3-0 to Chavez. It was super huge. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike, 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch. Down low, ball 4, runners on the corners. Here in the bottom of the 10th. And coming up, Sal Bando, the third baseman. The A's need a base hit or a sac fly, either one. As Bando will step in. The pitch. Inside, 1-0. A walk below the bases. Now the 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off, 1-1. Yeah, bring on Bert. The 1-1 pitch now to Bando. He went around, strike 2. Count goes to 1-2. One out, runners at first and third. We're tied at 5 in the bottom of the 10th. Just put the ball in play, Bando, and the game's over. 1-2 pitch. Oh, it hit him. Oh, he went around. He went around and it hit him. That'll be a strikeout. 2 down. That's a huge strikeout. And now Mickey Cochran comes up. The A's now, they need a base hit. The sacrifice fly no longer valid because there's 2 outs. Cochran comes up. In there for a strike, 0-1. The bottom of the 10th, tied at 5. Runners at first and third. The 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Well, we could be going to the 11th if Cochran doesn't put this one in play. And now the 0-2 pitch. That hit him. Bases loaded. And now Ricky Henderson will come up. A walk will score a run now. Ricky comes up. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The pitch by Boxberger. Oh, it's in there for a strike, 0-1. 2 outs, bases loaded. Just put the ball in play, Ricky. And the game will be over. The 0-1 pitch. Up high, 1-1. Yeah, now he calls strikes. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases loaded. The The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. A walk will score the winning run. That'd be a hell of a way to lose the game if you walk with bases loaded. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 2-2. Oh boy. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Henderson at the plate. 2-2 pitch. Rips it foul. Count remains at 2-2. A base hit wins it for the A's. 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out. We go to the 11th inning. We're tied at 5 here in Game 3 of the World Series here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to the top of the 11th. Zach Jackson will come in for the A's. We are tied at 5. Billy Williams will come on here in the top of the 11th. Down low, ball 1, 1-0. A's and Cubs tied at 5 here in the top of the 11th inning. A 1-0 pitch, outside, 2-0. Two-0 pitch, inside, 3-0. Zach Jackson finding a hard time finding the strike zone. Billy Williams, the left fielder, with a 3-0 count. Pitch by Jackson. Fouls it off. 3-1. These batters swing a lot at 3-0 pitches. You're not supposed to do that. 3-1. Ball 4. Leadoff walk for the Cubs. Here at the top of the 11th. So Billy Williams at first base. Yeah, especially in this situation, you're right. Sammy Sosa, the right fielder, up next. Nobody out, runner at first base. In their first strike, 0-1. Which one of these teams will take a 2-1 lead in the series? Been a great game. Now the 0-1 pitch. And that's ripped into left field, a base hit. So now the Cubs have runners at first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 11th inning. A single for Sosa, past Salvando at third. And now the shortstop, Ernie Banks, will come up. The pitch by Jackson. Up high, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. Eventually, we'll get to the Eagles and the Redskins. The count's 1-0. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Count goes to 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1 to Banks. A walk below the bases. Zach Jackson having a hard time here in the top of the 11th for the A's. And now the 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2. Two-two pitch. Outside, 3-2. We got a full count. Oh boy, we don't want to load the bases. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner at first and second for the Cubs. 3-2 pitch. struck him out for out number 1 as Banks goes down swinging. And now Aramis Ramirez comes up. A double play gets the A's out of the inning. Ramirez with a home run earlier in this game. 1 out, runners at first and second. The pitch, up high, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. One pitch. Inside, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Down low, 3-1. A walk below the bases. 3 balls and 1 strike to Ramirez. Here in the top of the 11th. Runners at first and second. A strikeout here would be huge. 3-1 pitch. Popped it up. Down the line, out of play. Count goes to 3-2. Full count to Ramirez. And now the 3-2 pitch. Popped it up, out of play, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3-2 pitch. And he fouls it off. Remains at 3-2. He's swinging at some bad pitches. He should be on base already. It counts 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out, and that is a huge strikeout. 2 down for the Cubs here in the top of the 11th. And now the Cubs have 2 outs with runners at first and second. And Gabby Hartnett, the catcher, will come up next to face Zach Jackson. The pitch. Popped it up. Jackson in right field makes the play. We go to the bottom of the 11th. It's still tied at 5 here at Jammin' Sports. We have a new pitcher, Kerry Wood, for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 11th inning. We're still tied at 5. All the A's need is 1 run, and they can win this thing. Bert Campaneris, Evil Dead's favorite A, will come up. There's your man, Evil Dead. Campaneris against Wood. Big swing and miss, strike 1. Counts 0-1 to Campaneris. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Count quickly, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3, 1 out for the A's here in the bottom of the 11th. Struck him out on 3 pitches. And now the DH, Jimmy Fox, will come up with 1 out, bases empty. Up high, count goes to 1-0. Big guy blows. Counts 1-0 to Fox. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes, 1 out, bases empty. And now the 2-0 pitch. Fouls it off, 2-1. Jimmy Fox, the sometime first baseman, most of the time DH. 2-1 pitch. Inside, 3-1. And Seiko on deck. And now the 3-1 pitch to Fox. Big swing and a miss. Full count at 3-2. The 3-2 pitch by Wood. Ball 4. Be a 1-out walk for Fox. The winning run is now at first base. Jose Canseco comes up, the center fielder, with 1 out, runner on first. A home run ends the game. We're in the bottom of the 11th. The pitch by Wood, in there for a strike, 0-1. We're at the Oakland Coliseum, Game 3 of the World Series. We're tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 11th inning. The 0-1 pitch to Canseco. Down low, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch, inside, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Jimmy Fox at first base. 2-1 pitch, outside, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. Canseco steps in. 3-1 pitch. He went around, 3-2. That was a good call. He went around. Full count to Canseco. Snap throw to first. Fox is back. Meanwhile, the count is 3-2 to Canseco. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Runners at first and second for the A's with 1 out. And now Jason Giambi, the first baseman, comes up. A base hit might win the game. Jimmy Fox at second base. Canseco at first. Giambi at the plate. In there for a strike, 0-1. There's your base runners. The count's 0-1 to Giambi. The 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. The A's have a runner in scoring position. Jimmy Fox at second base. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. The old split screen. And now the 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count at 3-2. A walk below the bases. The count's 3-2 to Giambi. 3-2 pitch. And he foul tipped it, and he struck out. 2 down for the A's. Foul tipped it right to the catcher. And now Reggie Jackson will come up with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Jackson hit a home run earlier. Took a big swing and missed. Count goes to 0-1. If Jackson could just put it into play, Fox can come home and end the game. The count's 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. And now the 1-2 pitch. And that's a fair ball coming home. And it's not tied. The A's win it. The A's on an RBI single by Reggie Jackson. Jimmy Fox comes home. And the A's win it 6-5 in 11 innings. And the A's take a 2-1 lead in the series. What a game. Here it is again, the RBI single by Jackson in the left field. Jimmy Fox comes around from second base, and he beats the throw home. And the A's win it in Game 3. Zach Jackson picks up the win, Kerry Wood the loss, and the A's lead the series 2-1. Learn all about the show by going online to theshow.com. Once again, your final score, the A's win it in 11 innings, 6-5, and they take a 2-1 lead in the series. Game 4 will be Saturday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Up next, NFL action, the Eagles and the Redskins, here at Jammin' Sports.